Alright, so I hope you guys have been having a fun Halloween weekend, because I certainly have been. I apologize for missing SmackDown, by the way. I was out with my friends, enjoying life, basically, and I was super hammered, bro. Like, I'm not even kidding. But tonight, while watching Saturday night's main event, I had a libation or two, or 3 or 4. I don't know. I didn't count, right? So if I don't sound like I normally do, excuse me, alright? I am sorry. So this show, Saturday night's main event, was actually not as bad as I thought it would be, and it's definitely the best Saturday night's main event we've ever had since they brought it back. Like, don't get me wrong, this was still not a good show, but definitely not terrible, and definitely for WWE standards was pretty good. Was, better, one of the better shows. And guess what, guys? Triple H's lazy ass wasn't backstage again. Wow. This dude is just out here acting like he's too big for this. He's too Hollywood for this. He's like, yeah, I was doing Kill Tony. Yeah, it was busy. Like, yeah, alright, bro. You can do all that if you were actually good at your job. And newsflash, pal, you're not. So get your bald ass back to Gorilla and book some good stuff. God damn it, man. This guy sucks. He's trying to be Dana White so bad, dude. He's trying to be the Dana White of WWE. It's so annoying. But anyways, yeah, man, let's get back to this show, Saturday night's main event. Let's just go ahead and review the show match by match, segment by segment. You know the drill. The show kicked off with Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre. Now, I got a few things to say about this match. First of all, the stipulation for this match was that Cody Rhodes would lose the championship even if he got DQ'd or counted out. So basically, no champion's advantage, which is like, okay, I guess that makes sense. On paper, not a bad idea. But the problem is, we desperately needed something fresh and exciting in this rivalry, because we've been seeing Cody and Drew feud for about 2 months now, if not more, man. I don't even know. Like, I'm kind of wasted right now, so I'm not even going to waste my time trying to remember how long this has been going. But yeah, man, we desperately needed something new and fresh and exciting from Cody and Drew. So instead of just getting rid of Cody's champion's advantage, couldn't you just, I don't know, man, make it a no DQ? Because I swear to God, Cody Rhodes could have just been like, alright, Drew, here's the thing. You think the rules are favored against you? You think I've had some kind of protection from the officials from this company? Alright, well then, here's the thing. Let's throw it all out of the window. No rules, no restrictions, no holds barred. Boom. Now we have something exciting. Now we have something to look forward to, because they can actually have a different kind of match. Because this feud has been going on for months now, and the animosity between Cody and Drew has been getting worse and worse each and every single week. So obviously, it makes sense to progress from having a regular match at WrestlePalooza to having a no DQ match tonight, where they just want to kill each other. Instead, now we essentially had a regular match, because these two are starting off the match with a lockup. Yeah, a lockup, when they've been in a heated rivalry for 3 months. Get out of here, man. And even this thing about Cody Rhodes not having a champion's advantage, they overtold that story so much. Like, god damn it, we get it. Drew McIntyre acting like an absolute bitch, trying to get Cody disqualified, just ducking out of the ring, calling for Cody to come out as well, so he can win. He can win via count out and stuff like that. And then Cody Rhodes inadvertently putting his hands on the referee. Like, come on, man. This whole acting aspect of this match was so bad. The acting where Cody Rhodes realizes that he almost disqualified himself was so bad. And everything else about this match, I mean, it wasn't bad. I don't think it was worse than the WrestlePalooza match. It might be the same, There were some things done better here than WrestlePalooza, but like, who cares? We needed something new. This match needed a big stipulation. A last man standing match, dude. Like, that would have been fire. And by the way, circling back to the whole stipulation talk, I know some of y'all are going to say, oh, but they didn't do a stipulation because this feud is going to continue. And it's like, yeah, dumbass, that's exactly what I don't want. This feud has been dragged. And let's be honest here, it's not going to get any better. And if you're going to continue it, you're going to make Drew McIntyre's character look so bad, because he's just going to be continuing to bitch about the same things over and over and over and over and over again. Which is why you should have just given this match a stipulation and had Drew go over so we can shake things up a bit, give the fans reason to get invested. But instead, what do, huh? Some BS ending with Cody hitting a DDT on the title. We'll get to that later. I still gotta talk about the match, I don't know why WWE's struggling so much to give Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre a good match. It's really not that hard, dude. Both of these guys are great wrestlers. They've had great matches on Raw, back in 2024. Hell, even their WCPW match was good. They put on an amazing match, They can put on an amazing match even now, but the problem is, WWE keeps overcomplicating it. I said this in my WrestlePalooza review. I'm gonna say it again. Wrestling's really not that complicated. Most of the time, you don't need some weird shenanigans or any kind of protections for anybody. You have a big heel in McIntyre, you have a big face in Rose, so just have them put on this big match against each other. And one of them wins, one of them loses. It's that simple. Stick to the basics. Drew is this big bad guy, like 6'5", 260, and you have Cody Rhodes, the underdog good guy, fight from underneath and overcome, or maybe he loses and faces a setback and, some adversity, I don't know. And then after doing a side feud or something like that, a side rivalry, he comes back ready. He comes back and gets his title back. It's that simple. But no, we made Drew McIntyre look like an absolute bitch in this match. This dude is literally a foot taller and 100 pounds heavier and 10 times stronger than the majority of the roster, but he's running away from Cody Rhodes, ducking him, and simply acting like a bitch. Drew should be bringing the fight, and Cody should try to overcome. I get that heels are cowards, I get that heels are bitches, they gotta draw heat, I get all that, but man, that's not the only way to get heat. And Drew McIntyre, given his stature and aura, he should not be that kind of a heel. I remember when he was a heel back in 2017 or 2019, this guy was bringing it to all the big boys on the roster like Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, John Cena, not running away from them. So yeah, this match, it really made Drew look like a bitch, And then we got the worst looking ref bump ever, dude. Like Cody and Drew are fighting near the corner, And so what does referee Dan Engler do? He stands in the corner and watches Cody and Drew fight like 2 feet away from him. Get out of here, man. So yeah, when the ref gets knocked out, Drew tries to take advantage. He grabs the championship belt and he tries to hit Cody Rhodes with it, but then Cody ends up using it and he ends up winning the match by hitting a crossroads, and that is the same thing we got with Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes. Literally the exact same thing. Because I swear to God, man, every single Cody Rhodes story we've had in recent memory has been the exact same. Oh my God, Cody, you're too soft, you're too respectful, but your opponent is not. You have to fight fire with fire. And then Cody shows glimpses of a heel turn, which some of these NPC marks cream their pants over, calling it, oh my God, Homelander Cody, Codelander. Like, I swear to God, bro, most of the people that say that definitely have never actually watched The Boys, But anyways, yeah, it's the same story all the time. Cody versus AJ Styles. AJ's relentless. He's sharp in the tongue. He'll do anything it takes to win. Cody needs to match that energy, so he smashes him with the steel steps, and oh my God, Codelander! And then Kevin Owens, KO's dangerous. He's gonna do whatever it takes to win. Cody's gotta fight fire with fire, so he cheats with the steel chair to win the match, and oh my God, Codelander! And then John Cena. John Cena's changed. He's a bad guy now. He has no problem being a bad guy in his matches, so Cody, you shouldn't try to be a good guy either. So Cody Rhodes beats up John Cena when John Cena tries to get some sympathy and walk away from his SummerSlam title match, and of course, oh my God, Codelander! Like, get out of here, man! It's the same goddamn thing. Like, I don't even have a problem with Cody going over. Like, yeah, obviously, if I had the pen, if I was booking the show, Drew McIntyre would win. But I don't necessarily hate that Cody Rhodes retained. They can still do some good stuff with Cody as champion. My problem is how Cody retained. This was incredibly stupid, unoriginal, and an absolute slap in the face of Drew McIntyre. And of course, on SmackDown next week, we're gonna get the same thing with Drew McIntyre bitching and moaning about Cody, you cheated, Cody. You're a politician, Cody. Like, get out of here, man. I'm going to give this match 3 stars. Not bad, but yeah, like, whatever, man. Just stupid booking. Let's just move on. Anyways, then we get Jade Cargill versus Tiffany Stratton, and, Tiffany Stratton just gets squashed. Like, I'm not even kidding. This match was like, 5 minutes? Maybe even less. I don't even know. You get the point. And honestly, I like that, that's good. I mean, first of all, I think, it's absolutely stupid that we have this kayfabe injury for Tiffany Stratton so she doesn't look weak in defeat. And again, circling back, why do we always need some kind of weird shenanigans, man? Why can't someone just lose anymore? It's really not that complicated. Oh, we can't make her look weak, though. Why not? That's the point. They lose, they look weak, their opponent looks strong, and then it's up to you, the booker, to book something good for them so they don't end up looking like weak losers. But yeah, whatever, man. The second Tiffany Stratton had the kayfabe injury, I knew Jade was winning. But yeah, it is still the right decision regardless, because, I am glad that Jade Cargill won, even though I'm not a big fan of her. We desperately needed something new, so this is good. However, the way the commentary and WWE as a whole is selling this is so stupid. Like, is Jade Cargill actually a heel? Like, is she? If yes, then act like it. Instead, Michael Cole's on commentary saying, guys, she always dreamed of this. She wanted to be a household name. Like, wow, okay, we just have sympathy for heels now? Get out of here, man. You're supposed to make us feel like she's a scumbag, not this dream chaser. Well, yeah, I get it, this is a dream come true for the actual person, Jade Cargill. I get that, congrats to her and everything. But if you're a heel on TV, you gotta tell me that you're a scumbag. You gotta try to get me to hate you as much as possible. Anyways, yeah, at least Jade won, we can move on from Tiffany Time's Reign of Terror. So yeah, I'm just gonna give this whole thing 3.5 stars. Wow, let's just move on. Then we get Dom versus Penta versus Rusev, and it's like, bro, is there really anything to talk about here? Because, I mean, yeah, I guess this was a good match, I guess, kinda. But this is a solid Raw match. This is a solid Raw match. And, bro, here's the thing. I'll give it to them. They are figuring out new ways for Dominic to cheat in every single match. That's kind of become his thing. That's his thing. That's Dom's thing in his matches now. Oh, how is he going to cheat this time? But for some reason, I just can't seem to enjoy it, On paper, it does seem good. Like, you have something to look forward to every single week. Like, oh, how is he going to cheat? How is he going to win this time? But, I don't get it, man. I just can't seem to enjoy it for some reason. Like when we got to the bell spot, the ring of the bell spot in this match, which was good on paper, I guess. But it wasn't like, oh my God, that's crazy. I love that. No, I didn't feel like that at all. When that moment happened, I was just like, ugh. And I guess it's because Dominic's been champion for so long, and he didn't do much for the majority of the title reign. That's probably the reason why I just don't like this. That's probably the reason why I can't get into anything he's doing as champion. Like on paper, his title reign has been getting better because he is wrestling on TV. He's wrestling consistently, and he actually has a thing, something you'd look forward to. Like, what is he gonna do to, cheat this time? How is he gonna cheat? How is he gonna win this time? But the first few months of the reign was so boring that now I really don't care. I just want to see someone else hold the belt. I want to see Penta as IC champion. I want to see AJ Styles as IC champion. So yeah, man, let Dominic continue this cheating BS, I guess. But please get the title off of him as soon as possible. We need to mix it up a bit. So yeah, obviously, Dom cheats, retains the title. Pretty odd match, nobody cares. I'm going to give it 3.5 stars. Let's just move on. Anyways, then we see a little announcement about John Cena's final match. So apparently his final opponent will be determined by a 16-man tournament from Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and outside WWE as well, in which, obviously made people go, oh my God, Edge? No, it's Joe Hendry from TNA, alright? That's what it is. But yeah, basically that's how we're going to determine John Cena's final opponent. And I'm not going to lie, I like the sound of that, I like the idea that you got to earn the right to be John Cena's final opponent. And Cena said it well too, in the hype package that was made for him. He said, I don't want to pick my last opponent. I want to give that opportunity to someone on my last day, just like I was given on my first day. Something like that. I'm not going to remember it word for word. But yeah, like I said, I like the idea of that. And, man, I just can't believe that, it's over, man. I can't believe that Cena's retiring already. Like, this guy's my childhood, man. Like, no, man, this sucked, man. I can't. There's no way it's over already, man. There's no way. This whole year just went by so fast, and we've been so caught up talking about how bad Triple H has booked this retirement tour, which, yeah, Triple H, you still suck. But man, we are so caught up talking about how bad it's been that we've completely forgotten that it's about to be over, man. He has like, what, 2 Raws, then 1 Survivor Series, and then his last match ever. Like, that's it. It's over, man. One of the 2 guys that made me fall in love with wrestling in the first place, it's over, man. It's over. God damn it, man. It's going to be rough, dude. December 13th, 14th, I don't even know when his final match is. But yeah, man, it's going to be rough. But yeah, about this whole tournament thing, yeah, I do like the idea of it. I love it as a matter of fact. I'm hearing that Gunther's going to be the one to retire him. So I guess in the finals of the tournament, you can have Gunther get his win back over CM Punk and then, go on to retire John Cena or something like that. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do here. Just do something meaningful, something good. I don't want some half-ass BS. I don't want some really bad booking. It's really not that hard, all right? It's really not that hard. Also, I don't care, dude. In every single appearance Cena has left, he needs to have a match. In every single one. I don't care. Anyways, yeah, man, let's just move on. And now it's time for the main event. It's Jey Uso versus CM Punk for the vacant world title. And yeah, man, as soon as Jey did the one more time thing, I was like, hey, get this guy out of here, man. Get this guy out of here. He's doing this on a PLE world title main event. Get out of here, man. But anyways, yeah, this match. What do I even tell you, man? What do I even say? I mean, here's the thing, the ending sequence where Jey Uso locked in a rear naked choke, and then CM Punk reversed that into the Anaconda Vice. Like, I was actually a little bit invested during that sequence, but that was like, what, the final 2 minutes of the match? Everything else was so mid. Forget mid, dude, this match was just bad. It's time to admit that Jey Uso is just not cut out for this. I used to like this guy in the ring. He used to have some good matches back when he was, a tag team with the Usos, during the Thunderdome era as well, when he was the right-hand man. I actually used to like him, but it's like the Yeet brain rot parasite really just stripped away everything from him. He's not Jey Uso anymore. He's a parody of Jey Uso. And yeah, man, this guy really can't work any different styles either. It's always the same thing. Just a bunch of basic offensive moves like a basic ass punch or a super kick. And then the crowd says yeet. That's all he does. He never mixes it up. He never tells a story in the ring that gets you invested. Like I said, man, it's brain rot. Jey Uso is the brain rot of professional wrestling. Yeet is the 6'7" of professional wrestling. So yeah, man, this match is, it was just bad, I did not enjoy it. A lot of botches too, and CM Punk had to hit 5 GTSs in the match. Bro, the business is dead, dude. Holy hell. But yeah, at least we got the right winner. CM Punk is the world champion now. And at least, it was a clean win. No weird shenanigans, no protections, no ref bumps, none of that. Punk wins, he's the champion. Boom. So yeah, I like the sound of that, and as you guys know, I obviously wanted it to be LA Knight, but it's CM Punk, man. I really can't complain. When I said that John Cena is one of the two guys that made me fall in love with wrestling, CM Punk is the other one. So yeah, I really can't complain that CM Punk is champion. Let's just hope we actually get a good title reign. I mean, knowing Triple H, we're obviously not, but all we can do is manifest it. I'm gonna give this match 2 stars. Get out of here. So of course, we got to do some math, and we're going to get an average rating of 6 out of 10. Now I am going to give it a 1-point bonus because for the first time in a very long time, a WWE show didn't feel over commercialized, overly corporate, all that stuff. No sponsors on the mat. We didn't waste 10 whole minutes between each and every single match for commercials and whatnot. And I'm not going to lie, I am going to give it a 0.5 bonus as well for a good presentation. I really like the stage. It actually felt like we got something fresh and special for a PLE. But of course, we are going to give it a Jey Uso tax because Jey Uso was in the main event. So this show gets a 6.5 out of 10. Not a bad show for WWE standards. Definitely the best Saturday Night's main event we've had since they brought it back. Definitely. And obviously it still had a lot of flaws, a lot of bad booking, and of course it was a 4-match card. But even with that, this wasn't terrible. Not bad. So yeah, with that being said, that is it for today. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace out.